Good morning. Welcome on Zoom and here in the sanctuary. Thank you for joining us in person and on Zoom. I am Celia Buckley, serving as one of many this morning as we celebrate the Spring Equinox and the movement from darkness to light. Reverend Lucy Bunch is our lead minister today, while Reverend Roger is away preaching in Martinez, I think. Today's crew includes our fabulous pianist, Irina Tchantceva, music director, Anthony Tavianini. Our UUSS choir is singing, and our fabulous technical staff of Colleen Emeris and Ivan Caballero. And you had the remarkable pleasure of having all of our worship associates with you here this morning, with me, Karen Sparrow, Ginny Johnson. Theo Claire was here earlier to help set up but had to leave. Molly Stuart and Marion Randall are also assisting us with our upcoming ritual celebration today. We are a caring congregation, and we welcome all who choose to spend time with us. If you are new to us, please fill out a newcomer's card so we can get to know you better. You can find cards at the welcome table in the welcome hall or at our website on Zoom for uuss.org/newcomers. And do plan on joining us before each service at 9:30 to enjoy a spiritual practice each week. Next week is the fourth Sunday of the month, and on the fourth Sunday we offer an ongoing class on exploring Unitarian Universalism. Reverend Lucy is speaking about faith next Sunday at 9:30. All are welcome. On the first Sunday of the month, April 3rd, is the Labyrinth Walk out in our meadow. And today, before services, which is the third Sunday of the month, John McMillan led a class of Qigong Tai Chi. For more information about our many activities, please pick up a blue sheet at the welcome table or right inside the sanctuary door or on our website, uuss.org. And if you wish to follow along with the order of service, there are copies on the back table, and there also is a link posted in the chat. Today and next weekend is your last chance to see the Theater 1 production of Roe here at UUSS. It's an award-winning play about the events surrounding the landmark 1970s U.S. Supreme Court case of Roe v. Wade. You can go to uuss.org/theater1 to purchase tickets. And I have two more announcements that are important to our community. The first is that our annual spring auction is coming up as an online event only starting April 23rd. The auction committee are now accepting event donations through April 10th. There will be no tangible items to bid on this for the spring auction. And for more information, please go out to the patio after the service to see the auction table or type auction, I believe, in the web browser, uuss.org. And finally, my last announcement is I would like to speak about our upcoming stewardship. Colleen, can you put up the first slide, please? I have the pleasure of also serving on the Stewardship Committee, and stewardship is our time of making a financial pledge to support UUSS for the coming year. Next Sunday, March 27th, is our kickoff Sunday, and this year's stewardship is going to run for 2 weeks until April 10th. Unlike many Protestant and Catholic faiths, Unitarian Universalist congregations are completely self-supporting. Your financial pledge supports all of our programs, staff, ministers, physical space, and community activities. Our theme this year is meeting the moment, tending to community. Generous giving sustains our mission and deepens our lives. And you can make your online pledge at uuss.org/pledge. And now, thank you, Colleen. Before we enter into our sacred space and light our chalices, even if you think it's off or on silent, please check it. Someone always thinks it's off and we hear their ringtone. So let's turn off our cell phones and not hear any noise. And for those of you on Zoom, now is the time to please gather your candle and a match or a lighter so we can move forward into the spiritual part of our service. Thank you.
And now as we enter our holy space, let's all take a big deep breath and center into our sacred space. Our chalice lighting words come from the poet John Bannister Tabb. Out of the dusk, a shadow, then a spark. Out of the cloud, a silence, then a lark. Out of the heart, a rapture, then a pain. Out of the dead, cold ashes, life again. May the light of this chalice spark our hearts into the new life of spring.
Today we usher in the spring. Please rise and lift your voices in Morning Has Broken, number 38.
Good morning, good morning. Wonderful to have you all here on this beautiful day. Each time we come together as a community, we bring our joys and our sorrows, our celebrations and our despair. Everyone has a chance to send in a joy or sorrow to be shared on Sunday morning. You can find the link right on our weekly message, right near the description of the services. Today, Judy Lane sent in a message requesting prayers for the well-being of Donna Reese's daughter, Laura, who is isolating in a Dublin hotel with COVID symptoms. And I don't think that's Dublin, California. We also send our love and prayers this morning to Beth Tenpass, who is recovering from emergency surgery on a perforated appendix. And if anyone has a shower chair that they can loan to her when she returns home, we'd be grateful, so let me know afterwards if that's something that you have. I also want to share with you the sad news that our member Fred Schlepfer passed away this past week from cancer. It was a short time between diagnosis and death, but he was surrounded and held in love by his family. Fred has been a member of UUSS since 2003, and we send our love and support to his wife Colleen and all of his family. There will be a celebration of life in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for more information. You may have your own joy or sorrow to share this morning, and now is the time in our service when we share with each other. For those of you online, if you have something you would like to share with this congregation, you can post it in the chat box at the bottom of your screen. If you are here in the sanctuary, you may move about the room, greet people, share your joys and sorrows as we all enjoy a gift of music from Irina. Prayers, all the joys and sorrows that have been shared, and all those that remain in our hearts. Let's take a moment to breathe together on this beautiful green morning. Breathe in, and breathe out. And let's do it again. This time, breathe out with a sigh. Oh, you guys are getting good at that. One more time. The earth is coming alive as spring begins. As you came in, I'm sure you noticed the beautiful grounds, the bright green grass, so full of life and energy. With all the turmoil in our world, it is so good to be reminded of the steadiness of the earth and the cycles of the seasons. I've chosen a prayer to share with you this morning that is from the Reverend Judy Wells, a colleague of mine from seminary at Star King School for the Ministry who died a few years ago. The prayer she wrote reflects the feminine aspects of the divine and draws on the strength of the Mother Earth to hold us, love us, and sustain us. Let our hearts be open to her words. O divine source of love, we thank you for the countless ways you make yourself known to us. O deep lap, we feel supported by your firm strength under us, yielding yet solid. You are utterly reliable, You will never let us down. Oh, embracing arms, you hold us warmly against your comforting self. In the rhythmic cycles of your body, we feel the steady heartbeat of everlasting life. Oh, sweet breath, you lift our hair and caress our skin. Yours is the breath of kindness. You dry our tears. You whisper solace in the night. Oh, beautiful, familiar face, your loveliness is constant, though your expression changes with climate, age, and season. Were we to sleep for 1,000 years and awake in an unknown place, we would still know that we are at home in you. Praise and thanks to you, divine source of comfort, of pleasure, of knowledge, and of peace. May we always remember, with every breath and every gesture, that we are loved. We are loved. We are always loved. Blessed be. And now let us take a moment for the prayers that we hold in our own hearts. Amen. We are not our own. Earth holds us. Let us sing this beautiful hymn together. You can remain seated. It's me again. We're celebrating spring today. We're celebrating the resurgence of the life force, and we're also going to be doing a ritual to let go of all that we need to let go, or some of what we need to let go, from these past few years of challenges and turmoil. So let us set our sacred space for our time and our ritual together this morning with this invocation. We gather together on this beautiful day. Let our souls speak spring. Let our souls speak green shoots pushing from last year's leaves. Let our souls speak flower buds stretching to the sun. Let our souls speak mud puddle and nest building, damp earth and worm casings, tiny green leaves and frog choruses. We speak spring because spring longs to sing in us. We gather to nurture our faith in our own growing, our own courage to push through, our own blossoming in beauty, our own small part in the spring of this world. Let us gather in community on the cusp of the sun's turning from darkness to light.
Frances Hodgson Burnett's novel, The Secret Garden, was adapted into a Broadway musical in 1991. It happens to be part of Music Circus's season this summer. The story explores grief and the processing of our ghosts through the imagery of spring, gardens, and planting seeds of hope. In Winter's on the Wing, we hear the following passage to encapsulate this message. I say, be gone, ye howling gales, be off, ye frosty morns. All ye solid streams begin to thaw. Melt, ye waterfalls, part, ye frozen winter walls. See, see, now it's starting.
Winter's on the wing, here's a fine spring morn. May I say? The winter's
Thank you, that was lovely. Generosity is a spiritual practice, and our congregation practices generosity by giving away half of each Sunday's offering to an organization that is working to make a difference in the world. For March, our community partner is Family Promise, an organization with a vision to end family homelessness. The Family Promise programs helps families get back on their feet and into stable housing and work situations. Because of the pandemic, they have been unable to house families and host churches, and your donations is more important than ever to keep the program going. Please give generously in support of this organization. You can see on the slide the ways that you can donate. It's posted in the chat as well. Thank you for your generosity. This morning's offering will now be given and received. Thank you. Please join me in the response to our offering. May the spirit of gratitude bless and multiply all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. Thank you.
Instructions on Not Giving Up by Ada Limon. More than the fuchsia funnels breaking out of the crabapple tree, more than the neighbor's almost obscene display of cherry limbs shoving their cotton candy colored blossoms to the slate sky of spring rains. It's the greening of the trees that really gets to me. When all the shock of white and taffy, the world's baubles and trinkets, leave the pavement strewn with confetti and aftermath, the leaves come. Patient, plodding, a green skin growing over whatever winter did to us, a return to the strange idea of continuous living, despite the mess of us, the hurt, the empty. Fine then, I'll take it, the tree seems to say. A new slick leaf unfurling like a fist to an open palm. I'll take it all.
Round and round the earth is turning, turning always round to darkness, and from darkness round to light. This morning, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, the sun passed directly over the equator, bringing nearly equal amounts of day and night. Today, we will have 12 hours of light and 12 hours of darkness. Starting tomorrow, there will be increasing light each day until we reach the pinnacle of light on the summer solstice, June 20th. We sit now at the equinox, balanced between the end of winter and the beginning of spring, balanced at light and darkness, poised to tip over into spring. Are we ready for it? Are our spirits ready for it? Of course, the earth proceeds without us. It doesn't ask our permission for spring to begin. Even if we're not ready, even if we're not ready to let spring into our hearts or into our spirits, all around us, we see signs of spring in Northern California. The blooming trees, the greening grass, birds building their nests. Life goes on. But are we ready? There is so much conflict and challenge in our world. It seems some days like darkness has taken root, that hope doesn't really stand a chance. Like those little stalks, green stalks that burst from the soil after a long winter, in our case, a very long winter. We are emerging from our pandemic isolation, emerging like those little green seedlings into the sun. And we worry, is it too soon? Am I safe? Am I ready? In the poem that Karen just read, beautifully, I might add, Karen, the author, Ada Limon, gave us instructions for not giving up. She's talking about first the blooming trees with their confetti sprinkled all over the ground, but then she's naming the greening trees, patient, plodding, a green skin growing over whatever winter did to us. A return to the strange idea of continuous living despite the mess of us, the hurt, the empty. Whatever winter did to us, it wasn't just really the winter. It was the pandemic, the invasion of Ukraine, the refugees, the homeless, the despair, the hopelessness. These have been a part of our lives along with coping with all of those feelings. They have been a part of our lives, and they're still a part of our lives. But just as the leaf must unfurl, as the leaf goes from a fist to a hand, saying, "Fine, I'll take it," We need to let go of our reluctance to bloom. Let go of whatever is holding us back from being fully present, whether it's fear, loss, anxiety, uncertainty, despair, whatever holds you in that darkness. And we need to look forward with hope. Look forward to embrace the possibility of what spring can hold for us, what this surging life force can offer us and offer this hurting world. We need to look forward with hope. This morning, we are going to share in some rituals to help us let go and look forward. At each of the 4 directions of our sanctuary, there is a table, and there soon will be an attendant. In the south, we have fire. Red, the color of passion and intensity. The color red represents the fire. In the north, in the west, we have water, the energy of quenching, purifying, and cleansing. The color blue represents water. In the north, we have earth, the direction for the rich humus of growth and groundedness. The color green represents earth. And in the east, the direction of air, it's the direction of morning and new beginnings, the color yellow. Each of these tables has a ritual to help you prepare for spring. In the south, the red table, and the west, the blue table, are rituals for letting go. In the south, hi Celia, there's Celia with a chalice and some flash paper. You can use the flash paper to symbolize what it is you need to let go of and to release it to the flame. Celia is going to demonstrate the safe way to do this. Flash paper makes people nervous and excited.
After you line up, I will give you a blessing first. Then I will give you the magic paper. The best way to handle this is to not be afraid of it. Just touch it to the flame and throw it in the air.
Thank you. In the west, Ginny and Marion will pour water over your hands to wash away whatever is keeping you from being open to the beauty of the spring. No fire involved. Once you have done one of our rituals of letting go, you are ready for a ritual of looking forward, of wishing and hoping for the good things to come. At the back of the sanctuary there in the north is Karen, waiting for you to plant a seed for your hopes of the future. Hopes for yourself, for anyone, for the world, for whatever you want to offer the promise of hope. The seedlings that will sprout will be planted in our community garden and will return to us. The fruits will return to us at the August harvest service. And there in the east at the yellow table, Molly is waiting to help you blow bubbles of hope and delight. Each bubble can represent something you are hoping for, something you're looking forward to or longing, a wish for community or our world. Because we're wearing masks, you can't blow the bubble, so we have a fan, and Molly's going to demonstrate how you're going to blow bubbles with a fan.
Okay, so the fan is already going, and there's a fabric on the floor to catch the slippery drip. So you want to come up on this side, and there's a bubble wand with lots of holes in it, and if you hold it down to the edge of the fan.
Well, you got a few.
I got a few. There should be more than this. There we go, bubbles.
Are you ready? Oh, you are ready. Wow. Are you thinking of what it is you want to let go of and what you wish for? We're going to do this in sections. I'll indicate when a section can get up and move to your chosen table. You can go to as many tables as you want, as many times as you want. But I suggest that you go to the letting go tables first, the red table or the blue table, so that you can prepare yourself for wishing and hoping at the green and the yellow table. Those of you at home, I haven't forgotten about you. Our cameras are going to show 3 of the tables. We can't capture the green table, but you can imagine the wonderful seed planting happening there. But if you would like to participate at home, just find a piece of paper and write down on it the things that you want to let go, and then fold it up and wish those things away as you tear up the paper. And once you've torn it up, tear up all those pieces into even smaller pieces. Then use your chalice or candle flame as the fire of possibility and hope, and look into that flame and imagine all the good things that you will wish into being. So these rituals are only as meaningful as you choose them to be. We are not going to let go of all the pain of the last few years, or even the pain of right now. Healing can take time, but we can begin. Perhaps we're not going to change the world with our rituals of hope and possibility, but we don't know that. What we may change is ourselves, creating positive thoughts and wishes for our world, and that's a start. And so we must choose to shake off winter and step into spring. Like a tree with leaves unfurling, may you come to life this spring. May you shake off some of the darkness of the past few years and open your spirit to the possibility of what is to come. And this section gets to go. Let us begin our ritual. Irina will play music as soon as she lets go of something. Please form a line. It's one person at a time, so please make sure to form a line at each table. No waiting at the water table. And the water table. Okay, so this is your last table, the one you're in line for now is your last table as we move to wind down our ritual. There you go. I'm here.
Patricia Pratt.
2 more bubblers. Where's Annika? Annika, go on back and do the seed. Karen, Annika's going to come back and do the seed. She didn't get a chance to do it, okay? Will you do that with her? Did everyone get blessed? Did everyone get blessed more than once? Wow! Who gets blessed more than once in one day? Isn't that like the coolest thing? Wow! Well, now we're going to share a communal blessing. May we be blessed in our letting go and feel some relief for those things that have moved out of our bodies and spirits this morning. May we be blessed as we step into spring and the possibility of good things to come. We may not be fully ready. We may have pain and trauma in our hearts, but we can be blessed with the possibility and the beginnings of healing. May we be blessed this day on the cusp of the great light, great healing, greater opening of the goodness to come. May we be blessed by this community and by the love and commitment that we share to each other and to all beings. And as spring unfolds, may we remember to stop and marvel at the magic, moment by moment, minute by minute, as our lives and spring unfolds. May it be so. And now please turn to the person next to you and say, may the blessings of spring open your heart.
For our closing hymn, we will lead you in singing Rising Green in the Teal Book, number 1068. First, Irina will play it through. Then the choir will introduce with verse 1. Please then sing all verses with us. 1068, Rising Green.
My soul, like the
And now we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the power of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. I'm going to come right up here. Let's all reach out, embracing that leaf unfurling, embracing the beauty of the spring. Go forth into this day knowing that healing is possible, knowing that the beauty of the earth calls you to engage with the life force. May you be held and loved, inspired, and may you offer that hope and love and inspiration to our hurting world. Blessed be.